Good morning, I'm Bruce of the Roving Canadians, and I thought today would be a good time to do a rig tour, which I've never done before. So let's get started. We'll start off with our truck and then talk about the camper. Hang on. So the truck is a 2017 F350 6.7 turbo diesel, crew cab, standard box 6 3/4, single wheel axle, and let's look at some of the things we've done to it. So first of all, one of the things that I wanted to change was it came with just a solid back window, so we traded that and we put in a sliding window from, looks like California Automotive Products a few years ago. And tie downs are all torque lift Talon aluminums. We started off with the steel ones, but I didn't like them. They tended to jam up a little bit. So other things that we've done, first of all, I took off the stock 17-inch wheels, changed them for 18-inch wheels, and these big Toyo AT3s that are rated at 4,000 pounds each, holding the weight of the camper a little bit better. Now this truck came with the camper package, which included the upgraded front suspension, same as the snowplow package. It also has the front sway bar, and look under the back. Also has the rear sway bar. Now these probably aren't as heavy duty as the big wig thickest one, but it works just fine for me, so no reason for me to want to change it. Now I also mounted a Curt front hitch with the double receiver, and then on the front here to carry the spare tire is a Roadmaster spare tire carrier with the passenger tire adapter, because the standard version is made for those big Class A RV wheels, which won't, so the passenger tire type with the deep offset won't fit onto them, so the extender is necessary. So this moves some weight from the back to the front and got it nicely strapped to prevent any wobble. I put hitch extenders, hitch wobble minimizers everywhere I can, and you can see there's my regimental front license plate, Royal Canadian Horse Artillery. Going with the truck, we also have a 34-inch Curt hitch extender, so that when I pull the trailer with my quad on the back out to the back country, can easily do that behind the camper. I have a variety of cargo carriers that can mount front and back. As you can see, I bought several different ones, always trying to find out the best combination. And there's a bike rack. What else have we got here? Oh yeah, there's a Yakima swing out extender to go in the back, so things that I want to be able to swing to the side and still be able to get into the back door of the camper. Moving on to the camper, this is the Eagle Cap 811, designed for a short or long box, and it fits onto my short box 1 ton just fine. I might add that I knew absolutely nothing about camper sizes, truck weights, and all the rest of that stuff. We just happened to luck in by having the 1 ton, which I had traded a half ton for, because hauling a big 30-foot trailer prior to this camper up and down mountains in BC, Alberta, and Montana, that F-150, even with the big V8, just wasn't cutting it, so we traded for the bigger truck. Okay, on the outside, you can see the Eagle Cap 811 comes with 2 20-pound propane tanks. There's the heater outlet, has an outdoor shower, and I've actually created one of those outdoor shower enclosures, which I saw on somebody else's truck camper, I think. There is a side manually operated awning, which is way too high to be of any
use for providing some shade. So I've actually purchased one of those suction cup stick-ons that I'll try out on our next trip. Eagle Cap 811, this one came pretty much fully equipped. It's got electric remote control jacks on all four corners. There's the hot water heater, 6-gallon gas only water heater. We also installed, you'll see inside, a DC to DC charger. That's the connector to the truck. And one of the biggest upgrades I did was the battery system. Now the camper came with a single lead acid deep cycle battery, which is obviously totally inadequate. Over the years, we've had this for 6 years now, over the years I've upgraded to 2 lead acid deep cycle, which wasn't much different. And then I went to a pair of AGM 100 amp hour batteries, which, knowing nothing again about amp hour consumption and depth of discharge, after 2 years I had completely ruined those 2 AGMs. We went to a couple of different lithium iron phosphates, 100 amp hour each, which was pretty good, but of course you always want more. So just in the last few months, the beginning of summer, on Amazon I found these from Screamhour 300 amp hour batteries. So I've got a pair of them in parallel and hooked up to the system, the inverter and everything inside, which we'll get to in a minute. When we bought the truck, we also had the rubber Ford truck bed mat installed from the dealer. And then when we bought the camper, included in the camper package, they installed the 7-pin connector for the camper. So that was good. There was a lot of things that I didn't even know that were going to happen, and Fraser Way came through big time. Coming around to the other side, you can see this is a single slide camper. Storage compartment on this side. I put everything to do with water, hoses, filters, etc. This is the storage compartment for all my water stuff. Now, because we like boondocking a lot, I carry an extra 20-pound propane tank and an extra 5 gallons of diesel, because you just never know. Moving to the back, this camper comes with this little basement here where all the tanks are, and there's my black and gray handle pullouts for dumping. Storage compartment here, which holds this nice tray full of all other kinds of junk. Okay, let's go on inside. Starting at the back, a good size wet bath, which you can actually access without putting the slide out. So you're going down the road, you got to use the bathroom, just pull over and you can squeeze in here without putting the slide out. Now, we don't use the shower all that much, in fact very rarely, because the cat litter box goes on the floor there, and getting it ready to take showers can be tedious. Okay, it's got a vent, of course. I'm 6'1" and a bit. Can easily stand up in there. It's got a nice fan for ventilating. The Dream dinette easily sits both of us, because we always pile up stuff in the back corners. Windows, and oh yeah, and of course plugged in there is my backup camera, which I should have showed you on the outside, but I'll show it on the way out. All LED lighting throughout. That's where a microwave used to be, and again, we rarely used it, so I took it out and made more storage space and used this netting to keep things from falling out. So we put coffee and coffee maker and whatnots in there. More pantry area. Again, I took the door off put this netting up so we didn't have to keep opening and closing the door on this one just to get at the food, and some dishes and more food can go in there. Double sinks. This is the Renogy 40 amp MPPT solar controller. There's the controls for water pump, heater, and entry light, porch light, etc. I've got the Bluetooth connector hooked up to the controller so I can monitor what the solar is doing at any given time. Digital controls for the heat, fan, and air conditioner, which right there's a Coleman Mach 8, again all part of the package that came with the camper. 3-burner cooktop. In a way, I'd kind of prefer a 2-burner because it's very hard to fit 3 pots on that all at the same time. An oven, of course, which we have used a few times. That's pretty good. 3 drawers for the utensils. Under sink storage, and this is where I have mounted the DC to 40 amp DC to DC charger inside and out of the way. Renogy 3000 watt inverter. Front pass-through window. We've tried a few times to set up something with the pass-through, with the window of the back of the truck to allow back and forth. It's not easy because they don't line up perfectly, so that's an experiment in progress. 7 cubic foot fridge with separate freezer. Stereo, radio, DVD player. Television on a swing out bracket. Hickey skylight over there. I'll show you something neat we did with that in a minute. Here's the wardrobe, sliding doors with a hanger rack. My side of the bed with a nightstand and drawer. Another upgrade I did just this week was upgrading this Victron BMV 700 shunt battery monitor, which does not have Bluetooth, but what I just installed is the Victron Bluetooth dongle, which is installed on the back of it and hidden behind the wall, so I can control everything from my phone, or see everything from my phone anyway. Okay, so here's the hatch all the way opened in the back so I can stand up. Now, a few years ago, shortly after we got it, I decided to put in these 200 watt solar panels, and then just this last summer I wanted to increase the solar, so I added that 200 watt panel at the back, another 100 watt on the side, 100 watts on this side, now for a total of 600 watts to match the 600 amp hours of battery. And there's Starlink Mini with magnet. It's inserted into a magnetic mount, and of course this roof has no metal in it, so what did I do? I had to improvise. I created 2 steel strips for it to latch onto. I'll show you that in a sec. So underneath that Gorilla Tape is our 2 metal strips with some tape on the roof so the metal doesn't scratch the roof itself, followed by some tape on top, and that gives the Starlink magnetic mounts something to grab onto, and after many thousands of kilometers it holds on just perfect. So there you have it, Starlink Mini, and what's going on the roof. So a couple of things that I kind of skipped over. The camper did have the Onan 2500 propane generator, which we actually deleted to create more storage space. We do have a portable generator to take with us as needed, but right now with the 600 watts of solar and 600 amp hours of battery, we probably don't use the generator very often. The truck does have torqueless upper and lower stable loads. I forgot to mention those. Everything is held down with torqueless fast guns. What else? For the water, I did install a SureFlow accumulator, which reduces the kind of the water pump noise a little bit. Um, that's about it. Oh yeah, I made some DIY rubber pads for the Ford Jacks because in looking for something like that, looking for snap pads, they don't make them to fit those rectangular feet on the Happy Jack thing. So I made a set of my own. It's actually published on one of the modifications on Truck Camping Magazine. Let's see. What else? I have an active start soft starter for the air conditioner, which everybody knows what a soft starter does. This one is an inline one, so got one of those, and that's pretty much it. So we'll wrap this up, and you guys can follow on our new YouTube page, the Roving Canadians, and I'll be putting my videos up there as amateurish as they are. Okay, here we go. Thank you.